everyone, welcome back. Today is a full review and this is a pure oud oil, and in fact it's a wild oud oil. It's from Sri Lanka and this is part of OudBar. This has been set up by Ensar Oud. Adam that works with Ensar reached out to me on WhatsApp and asked if I would like to check out some of their new oud oils. I'm an oud fan, so I said yes please. And they were very kind in sending me just a small handful of little samples to check out. So OudBar London is a physical store that you can go into and try oud oils and some of Ensar's creations. And the idea, it's also an online store website that you can purchase from. And the idea essentially is these are not specifically just distillations that are done by Ensar, they're actually distillations from different people that Ensar has worked with previously. And basically the idea or the concept behind OudBar London is that Ensar has selected the distillers to work with to display their best oud, so to speak. And so they have the thumbs up or seal of approval by Ensar, who's selected them and said yes, this is high quality good stuff. And then they're a part of OudBar, but they're not distillations directly done by Ensar, but people he knows, people he's worked with, people that create a good quality oud. So that's the concept of OudBar. The first oil that I've been testing out is called Nanga Parbat. Forgive me for any mispronunciation. And it's by Imran and Abid, and it's a Sri Lankan wild oud. And this is really lovely. This is very mellow, very smooth, absolutely no funky undertones. What I love about this one is the kind of dusty, dry, petrichor kind of element, like when you go outside just before a thunderstorm hits and you get that dusty air, and it just smells amazing. That's what I get from this. I get a beautiful petrichor opening. In my notes as I was wearing this on skin, I wrote things like, imagine kind of baked dry clay that's been baked in the sun, and it's kind of that dusty dry clay quality. Again, petrichor kind of in the air, dusty kind of smell. That's kind of the earthy, dusty, beautiful kind of aroma you get from this. In general, I would say the petrichor kind of vibe is probably my favorite kind of notes that you find in natural oud oils, is this kind of dusty, dry kind of quality, which is just really quite addictive. You kind of want to smell more and more of it. It's just a lovely smell. This does go through some changes. I find that it can get just a hint of a sweetness coming through, and slightly spiced, very subtly. You get kind of a spiced quality coming from the wood. You get these sweet kind of undertones coming through that just kind of rounds it off and stops it being kind of too dusty and too much on the petrichor. It's kind of relieved by this kind of wave of subtle sweetness and spice, which just adds to the complexity and the way that this oil changes on your skin. As it goes into the dry down of this, I get more of a musky kind of quality. It almost kind of goes into an ambergris-like territory where you imagine kind of more fluid, watery, musky. It's got that kind of marine, ambergris-like quality to it as it dries down, still with this kind of hint of sweetness running through it. And that kind of petrichor kind of vibe is kind of mellowing out and softening out into this more ambergris, musky-like quality as it dries down. So it goes through a couple of stages in this oud oil, which is really nice. And I found myself smelling my hand a lot while wearing this. I really enjoyed it. One thing I want to mention about this oud, you can see hopefully the darkness of the oud in the container there. But actually when you wipe it on your skin, it's dark at first, but I noticed when it dries down, when I wore this, I tested it on each side of my neck and on the back of my hand. And when it dries down within 20 minutes, half an hour, it actually becomes translucent, clear. You cannot tell that there's like you know, that kind of brown smudge on your hand disappears, and you can't tell it's there at all, but you can smell it. And so that's really good. I think that's some of the oud oils I've tested, they leave that kind of colour on your skin, so if you're wearing it here, it kind of looks a bit odd. But with this, within 20 minutes, you can't tell that it's on, it's completely clear, which is amazing. So you can comfortably wear it on your neck without worrying that you look dirty or like you've got marks on yourself. It is completely clear, which is great. In terms of performance, I got around 5 to 6 hours on my skin personally, and like I say, I put it kind of at the side of my neck here and on my hand. I took the dog for a walk maybe an hour or so after applying, and it was a little bit breezy that day, a bit windy, and I could definitely smell it around my neck. I got a kind of a cocoon. I wouldn't say these natural oud oils massively project, I don't feel, but they definitely give you a soft, intimate bubble where you can smell it yourself, and so if someone is close enough, they will obviously pick it up, but you get to enjoy it yourself. And obviously another way to do it more frequently, so to speak, put it on your hand, and then you can kind of do this through the day. But I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really, really nice quality oud. It smells great. I love the profile. I love the way it changes from this kind of petrichor, dry baked clay, kind of dusty, into this kind of slightly more sweet, spiced, and then into this kind of almost musky ambergris quality as it dries down. It's really, really good. And so if you like that kind of dusty kind of oud, you might want to check this out. I didn't get any kind of funk. There's no goat's hair. There's nothing, you know, animalic about it at all. Very, very easy to wear. A word that I kept using in my notes was mellow and rounded. I feel like this is very mellow and rounded and soft, very wearable, very easy to like. So yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed that one. I will be reviewing the others as well. I wanted to do individual videos for them. I will leave the link below if you're interested. And yeah, thank you very much to Adam for sending me a couple of these samples. I always enjoy checking out oud oil. And if you tried anything from OudBar, let people know in the comments. And I'll see you soon with another video. Take care, everyone. Bye.